One second, Avada, please.
I was asking, like, as we are human beings, we are into relations, we have various relations in life. So we are also born and want to have expectations from people. So that expectations hurts at times, because we expect our spouse to behave in certain manner, we expect our family to behave. So there are, or not only behave, but it is like there are certain expectations from everybody, or people might have expectations from us. So that also sometimes lead to insecurity.
Yeah, good, and that is why we use this language, that for 1 minute, see this world as a foreign world, and if it is a foreign world, you don't create any expectations. We said if you go to North Korea, you don't create expectation that the people will be smiling at you and giving you flowers, and you don't create any expectation. You are just curious to see what happens there, and clap and come back home. Agree? Same. For 1 minute you are creating this attitude. No expectations from here. More you create expectations, you become dependent, and then we get into another mindset of a dependency. Let me give an example. This is an important subject. Yeah, are there many expectations here in this city? People create expectations. Yeah, are there expectations? Okay, let us take this subject in some detail. Say there is a slave. Slave just means he doesn't choose to be happy or unhappy. He has a master who chooses, who decides for him. Everything is decided by the master. Slave cannot choose what he is going to do next hour. Master decides. Master may make him happy, give him some chocolate or something, he is happy. But master decides what he is going to do. Now let us take an example. An example is a student in your university and he comes across another student. And so he comes across another student. And that student, one day she is in a good mood, one day she is in a bad mood, one day she is there, one day she is not there. He is not affected at all. There are many, hundreds of students, so he is not affected. Yeah. In time they know each other better, and now, year 2020, they are married. So there was a time, year 2010, and he was not affected by what she does, what she is. Today he is married. Today and now we are coming to the year 2025. She comes home with green colored hair, and he is a bit affected by this. He is a bit. Why? Will he be affected? Yeah? Okay, why? Possessive nature. Yeah, you want to speak in this?
Maybe his possessive nature.
Possessive nature. Will he be affected if she comes home with a green colored hair? Not expected behavior. Now, you see the scenario here. She suddenly has become the master.
She becomes the slave.
And that she can make him unhappy. She did not choose to become the master, but now she has become the master and he has become slave in the relationship. Why? How did it happen? How come she has the power to make him unhappy? What happened? The only reason is he created expectation. That's the only reason. He created expectation for whatever reason. And the moment expectation is created, you are creating a master there. She has the power to fulfill the expectation. She can disappoint you, she can make you happy. This is what happens in all our relationships. Wherever you are creating expectation, know that you are becoming a slave in the relationship. And it is my choice. Do you create expectations from people, relations, colleagues? You are creating masters there. And you are creating a slave mentality. Slave is the lowest denomination in our society. You create a slave mentality, you lower the quality of your life. Understand, no? We have the option not to go in that direction. And there is a nice message in the Gita is around this. Bhagavad Gita, scripture, the message is this. Become free from expectation. Why? To become free from expectation. You will become free from creating masters. You will become free from that slave mentality. Why not create expectation? Because this world is a foreign world. It is not in my control. There are 10 people, I create expectation. It is not in my control what they are going to do and how they are going to do. So more you become free from this slave, your inner life becomes richer. This is the homework we have to introduce in ourselves. How long does it take to create expectation? How long does it take to create expectations? You can tell? Do we create expectations? How long does it take? No time. I'll give you another example. Or I'll give you two examples. Say there is a king and he has a servant. And the servant has to bring coffee to king. Maybe a bit lower, volume can be a bit lower. So servant has to bring coffee to king at 11 o'clock. And it is happening quite well. And one day the servant decides no coffee to king today. And he drinks coffee himself and goes for a walk. Goes to the youth function. And the king is unhappy. So who is the master and who is the slave? Servant has become a master. Yeah, and how did he become the master? Just because this king created expectation. Do you understand? So outer job is a king, but you end up creating a...
Consequence. What about the consequence? What will happen to the slave once he comes back from the walk?
Yeah. Whatever it is, the consequences are there, but at the moment, the king is experiencing slave mentality. So today he has created the master in one situation, he can create master of another person, and then he is like a slave in all relationships. Understand, no? Different people do different things. They decide to make him happy, they decide to make him unhappy. He has the option. He can take decision what he likes. That is another department. How he takes the decision, but he doesn't need to become the slave. That is in our hand to remove the slave mentality. And a second example I am giving. Say you are in your office, going to your office, and just outside the office there is one beggar. He says, "I'm hungry. Please give me something to eat. I'm so unhappy. Give me something. I might die." So you say, okay, I got my lunch box, I can give my lunch box to him. And one day I'm going to miss the meal, that's fine. Tomorrow I will eat. So Saturday, without food, no problem. So you are giving your lunch box to him. You must be happy, he should be happy, things should be good. He opens the lunch box and says, I don't like this. Why are you giving me this? And he throws your lunch box in the compost heap and gives you some bad words for not giving him his preferred meal. Are you still happy? No. And who made you unhappy? Look at this scenario. This is a complete stranger. He is a beggar and he has power to make you unhappy. How did that happen? Just because you create expectation. And by creating expectation, you are giving power to the other person, but you are making the other person into the master. And also means you create a slave mentality. Very innocently, but it is not necessary. This is like the going into the spiral, going down the spiral, and we can stop that in ourselves. We can't stop in others, but we can stop in ourselves. So if you want to give, but don't make others into the masters. Don't create, we said earlier, victim mentality. This is the slave mentality. Innocently we are creating these mentalities. Externally we are trying to get more gold, we are going for technology, we are going for amazing, what your car can go faster and your mobile phone can do the cooking for you. Amazing progress. But inner life is of the victim and inner life is of the slave, and these are increasing. It doesn't stop there. The reason we have got more depression today and we have got more addictions today is because of this inner life. We are ignoring what is happening inside. Focus is improving the outer but ignoring the inner. It will be nice to hear some thoughts from you now.
I was just remembering the question in Goa, the mother asked, what about expectations from children? Is it wrong to have genuine expectations? Is what she said.
Yeah.
So I'm sure many people would have the same question here.
Yeah.
Because they think it's natural.
To have expectations from children.
Expectations about children doing well in life.
Yeah.
How do you deal with that when it's...
Yeah.
Is it wrong to feel bad when they don't realize what you are expecting of them?
As we have said, this outer world, that whole box, is not in my control. So we don't have to become victims. We don't have to become slaves under any reason. And it is good for you, it is good for others also. If you become free from the victim and you become free from the slave, it is good. What is our lowest denominations in a society to create that mentality? Your children don't want to see the slave parents. Agree? They want the noble parents. So you become free from that mentality, and that will be good for the others also. From that position you can have the vision for what they should be performing, give them advice, but this world outside is not in my control. I have to fully accept the way things are happening. And then you are noble, you are the master within yourself. Does that help? The bhavana, you asked this question, and the expectations we create. So I am saying it is in our hand to reduce expectations, and then from that space, as a master, you can still intervene. Like this person, who someone the beggar, he throws the meal away, something like this. So if you are the master beforehand, you will say, okay, what do you like? I will bring it tomorrow. If you really love him, then you say, okay, that is what I will bring tomorrow. Let me know beforehand. And you will not say, I am going to punish you, because slave will behave like that. Slave will react predictably. So beggar decides whether he loves him or whether he hates him. Beggar decides. He presses one button, he is angry. He presses another button, he is loving. That is the slave life. Here you are becoming your own master, and we have the choice. Everyone has a choice. And it is easy, simple. We start with a simple step, and 1 step, 1 minute step. But I'm saying, draw that sketch, draw the beautiful sketch that you saw, because we need reminders. Even though we may understand it, agree with it, we need reminders. I'm going to tell you one story, and then we take a break. Yeah? Do you like a story? You heard quite a few stories, different. But this is a story of an eagle, and this eagle lays an egg amongst the hen. Means along with the eggs of the hen, lays an egg amongst the eggs of the hen. And the baby eagle was growing with the hen, and it is trying to become a good hen. And everyone else is complaining, this is a funny looking hen, doesn't know to scratch properly, doesn't know to make the sound, so all the hens are saying, look at this, we can make such a sound, cook, cook. And this eagle cannot do this sound. So this eagle is a bit unhappy about its life. One day this eagle sees another eagle in the sky. He says, wow, what is that in the sky? And they all say, that is eagle, that is king of the birds, that can cross the mountains, place with the clouds. It can go to Kochi, bypass the traffic, But we are chicken, we are birds of the land. At night we get locked in to protect us from the foxes. That is bird of the sky, So this eagle listens to the chicken, continues to behave like a chicken, and one day dies as a chicken. What is the message? Yeah, I did not know the potential. Yes?
Mind does not become like that. Just a fire from the
Yes. And the other message is, don't listen to chicken. Now here is a real scenario. This is our story. The spiritual message is, all are eagles, all are from the sky. We all are not from here. This earth is, we said, is a foreign world. It is nice, we said is a miracle, but not our world. We are from the sky. We are invisible travelers here, we are invisible visitors here. We belong, interact, nice in a world, but experience the richness of the inner life. That option we have got. You are experiencing your own greatness, that option. Now let us take the example. This eagle, it goes to a therapist. Therapist, they are clever, no? He puts the glasses and he's chicken therapist in this case. He puts on the glasses, he says, you are not a chicken, you are an eagle. So what should you do? Then he says, but take another opinion. My opinion is that you are an eagle and you are not a chicken. But take another opinion. Apollo Hospital. So what should he do? Should he take a second opinion? What should he do? He says, you are not a chicken, you are an eagle. But another opinion. Should he take another opinion? Yes. Yes. Any other answers? No. Why not? No.
Because it is higher than my expectation.
Good. And I personally won't take a second opinion, because if the other therapists, they all are eagles, if they knew they are all eagles, they would have used the sky, discovered the sky. So where they all are blocked to that idea, they are all seeing themselves as chicken. So they won't see you as an eagle. But now that you got a hint that you are an eagle, start using the wings. Experience the sky. Prove the eagle to yourselves. All that is required is just a hint. You understand? Otherwise, here are eagles, they are thinking they are chicken, they are painting the feathers, and trying to become smart chicken, using high heels, trying to become a tall chicken, but they are really from the sky. Understand? So this is like a disproportionate prize that is right in front of everyone, but hint is all that is required. Hint. There is no proof, no evidence, nothing, just a hint. And each one it is in his hand to prove it for himself, because he already got the wings. So maybe we'll stop here and we'll create opportunity to discuss further afterwards.
So when we did one aspect, Prashant, so when we are able to experiment and realize we do everything that we need to do to fulfill our responsibility, but we remain free of being a slave.
Yes, that's right. Nice.
So that, we do everything for our children, whatever we need for that they achieve the right results, but we don't become slaves to them when if they don't achieve those results.
Yeah.
So that's the shift in consciousness of experimenting with that eagle mindset, because we are already eagles.
Yes.
We will break for tea now?
Yes.
All right. We can reconvene in probably 15 minutes or...
Oh, Shanti brothers and sisters, now we will sit for a minute, quiet, huh?
Yeah.
We will have a quick meditation, 1 minute, and we will go down, the next story down, for a break. 15 minutes break, we will be back by 11:45. Okay, thank you.
This minute, let us experiment with this new perspective. And in this we are seeing the invisible musafir, invisible traveler, seeing this whole physical world. The invisible traveler is temporarily associated with this. He is very aware of his world beyond. He sees himself as a guest in this world. Musafir, traveler. For him, every moment is a gift. Every experience is a gift. Sound, and there are no expectations, no demands. no dependencies, nothing taken for granted. He is aware and is curious to know more about his world beyond. In this world, he is a musafir, a traveler, a guest. Thank you. A few more opportunities for practice. So, we start by keeping the body comfortable. Just choosing a posture that is raised head and consciously relaxing the shoulders and the fingers. And just reminding that whilst all this is happening, there is the invisible witness. An invisible witness is the invisible traveler, and we are trying to grasp that perspective. Invisible traveler is just passing through this world. He has no intention to get stuck. And so he doesn't want to own anything here, doesn't want to demand anything. That's why he is the witness. And just by that perspective, he is free from this victim and the slave, that whole lower mentalities. He becomes free. He is still involved in the world, but now he is involved with inner strength. He is involved with being secure and carefree, with the richness of the heart and the richness of the head. Thank you. Quickly revising some of the things we have spoken. We have said that box that we see there that box, this is the sorry, that box is the cause of 100% of sorrows in the world. 100% of ego are because of that box. 100% of our desperations, desires are connected with the box. 100% of vices are because of the box. We saw the beggar mentality, victim mentality, and the slave mentality because of the box. If we remain innocent and careless, we get all of it. And we have the option to change our attitude. We have the option. And all that is shown here is you are bringing clarity. We show also a dotted green line. If you are drawing a sketch, we introduce a dotted green line, and this dotted green line represents ignorance. If I am a guest and I start claiming things in a foreign world, then it is ignorance. So to come here in this world is not a sin, but to cross that dotted line is unnecessary. That definitely will bring different kinds of unpleasant emotions. If you cross that dotted line, then you will get all of it. Whether it is sorrows, also different kinds of sorrows, vices, ego, desires, and the victim and slave, they are all waiting to cross that line. That dotted line, we call it line of ignorance.